Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your timing of viewing this particular video. I'd like to give important piece of information about the PhD entrance registration from IGNOU, Indira Gandhi National Open University. There are almost all the universities are offering PhD, but IGNOU has the specialty as a People's University, one of the largest national open university, has its own advantages when compared with the other universities and other, especially the private and deemed to be universities. It has its own distinct features. Why, if you are a serious aspirant of a PhD in view of your career or research aspirations and interests. So welcome to this session, and that I have prepared a small PowerPoint presentation, now with the help of which we will go ahead. All right, hope you are ready to receive this information. If you are an aspirant, please go through, spare a few minutes, or else you can forward this to somebody whom you think will get benefit. This is about, as I just made a mention, IGNOU PhD entrance registration, and this month 14, that is itself is the last date to registration. And as for the original notification, after 2 times of extension this is, and otherwise 16th is the exam, and the next month itself you can expect the admissions. So with this, let me share that PPT which I have prepared for this purpose, with the help of which we will go ahead. All right, I'm sure you are able to see the PowerPoint presentation, and yes, with full screen we will go ahead. Yes. All right, here you could see IGNOU PhD entrance 2021 guidance program, inspiring researchers. As recently I have started inspiring teachers and researchers guidance program to do the needful on my part as part of social responsibility, guiding my friends, colleagues, aspirants, and student community. All right, so here is my YouTube channel, Inspiring Teachers, the live through which you are seeing now. Otherwise, you can visit and you will get the required videos, guidance related to teaching and research programs. And this is my email ID. If you are not a member of any of my WhatsApp or Telegram groups, you can send a message and through which you can reach me. All right, yes. Now, IGNOU PhD, a gateway to research, that is PhD program, as well as the teaching, that is assistant professor and professor. As you know, its relevance, need, and importance, which is growing day by day. Now, what is the eligibility or the qualification for appearing IGNOU PhD entrance? As simple as usual, it is PhD degree with 55% normal or 50% for SC, ST, OBC, non-creamy layer, and differently abled of various categories, right? Of all UGC recognized universities, any university, you are eligible. What is the age limit? As you know, there is no age limit, and anybody can apply with that basic qualification. For any further questions, join Net PhD WhatsApp group I have. This is, and the link I'll provide in the below this particular video. So you can click on that and you can join, so that you can be with the community of 150 plus researchers, aspiring researchers, and teacher educators and other community members. All right. And for further, you also have this YouTube channel. Link is given, Inspiring Teachers. You can search by Dr. Yakaiah. You'll find, you can join for receiving similar videos and guidance on teaching and research. So the important information as far as that is concerned, actually originally 5th December it started, and up till 22nd December was the time given, but 2 times extended so far, and then finally now 14 January 2022. Having gone through this, I've found some interesting information that's really useful and beneficial for my teaching fraternity, especially education and other allied faculties. So I thought making an attempt to bring this information to you, those who are aspiring for a long time for research, especially PhD program in research. All right. So according to original notification 16 January, I hope as of now there is no information kind of postponement. Otherwise it goes on a 3 hours exam online you can write, but it's at the designated centers all over India. Designated centers are there. The information I'm going to give you shortly. All right, for further information, these are the two websites, and straight away you can visit this igno.nta.ac.in. Anyway, I'm sharing the PDF also. Further still you want, you can visit the website and you will. Then what is the scheme of examination or the pattern of examination? It's LAN-based CBT, computer-based test at designated centers, and 3 hours, 180 minutes, 100 questions, 50% research methodology and 50% specific subject. For example, if you are from English literature, 50% research methodology part A and 50% English literature. Education, 50% research methodology again, and then 50% education covering your philosophical, sociological, psychological research, inclusive education, adult education, and all this as such. All right. So 100 questions, but each question 4 marks. So thus the total exam is for 400 marks. There is no negative marking. All right. Yes. Then what is the syllabus? By and large, in one word, if I have to describe the syllabus, it is UGC NET JRF syllabus. Almost 90 to 95% is the same. I have gone through various syllabuses. So to the best of my knowledge and understanding, that's in the nutshell. Otherwise, the details you can go through. Then what is the selection procedure? Yes, you have 2 stages. First stage, the entrance test. What we are talking about is that the 14th January last date to register, and the 16th January is the exam. And stage 2 will be the interview and presentation, where you have to appear on the designated date for viva voce or interview kind of thing, where you have to go with a specific research proposal before the committee, and combine these two, finalization of admission will happen. Then what I was saying, some of the specialities you have is like reservations. Even all other universities have got, but particularly some universities which are conducting their own PhD admission tests, particularly the private and deemed to be universities. And so you don't have any comparison for IGNOU with such kind of things, but they do follow the government norms, and they made a good provision for all socio-economically backward. EBC also you have, and also a special this thing was given for differently abled of various categories. And apart from that, the exam centers, don't worry, Delhi IGNOU, you have to go there, not necessarily. They have exam centers across the country. So you have to choose 4 among the given options, and normally first, second will come, or exceptional case maybe other cities. Here you can see for Andhra Pradesh, Telugu states, you have Visakhapatnam, and for Telangana, you have Hyderabad. So Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, like that, all major cities and 30 cities across the country have the exam center. All right. And then syllabus, as already I made a mention, for example, you could see here in Annexure 2, the syllabus is given. For example, for PhD anthropology methods of research, this will be the part A, and then part B goes to research methodology. I have given, for example, in education very clearly, a field which is very close to my heart and where I have been working for last 25 years. PhD in education, it is methodology of educational research, A, B, C, A part A, and all those research methodology syllabus is there. And then part B, subject specific, philosophical, learning process, that is psychological, similarly sociological, and then inclusive education, adult education, like this, almost whole syllabus of UGC NET exam syllabus is given, because IGNOU in their own notification I've mentioned, we follow all UGC guidelines, of course. Meticulously they do follow, that is one specialty. Apart from that, what is the special about IGNOU PhD course? So this inspired me especially to make this video and bring it to you all. That is, see, School of Education, for example, education, you have so many posts, under which category posts are there, who is the in charge, and MA education or MEd. This is common. But same if somebody with MA education or MEd, what else they can apply? You see here, School of Vocational Education and Training. Now, School of Vocational Education and Training has a PhD in vocational education and training. If suppose you are interested, or in the wake of NPE 2020, you can understand what will be the value of PhD in vocational education and training in the coming days. So if you are interested to do, yes, they have a opportunity. And for them also, economics, commerce, management, education, agriculture extension or extension environment. So many faculties people are with PG in any of these areas, they are eligible. So for some reason you have done economics or management, but really you are not interested, you are fascinated about vocational education. In the end of the day, this is the need of, particularly in Indian context, or the future of the youth, because how much people even after PG, PhD are struggling for making their own ends to meet or find a suitable job and so on and so forth. And then you have a provision. Not only that, further let's move. You could see here what is there. School of Continuing Education, child development, PhD in child development. Suppose you are the one from home science background or special education background. You see here, MSc, counseling and family, this thing. Or else you see here, MEd in special education or any disability area, including MR, LD, VI, HI, whatever it is, or MSc in counseling, psychology and family therapy. And you are interested in doing PhD in child development area. Coming days, particularly in the wake of again your new education policy 2020, pre-primary is going to boom and come a lot of need and requirement in that area. So people from this will have specialization, will have a lot of accessibility and opportunities, right? And not only that, further you see you have interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary studies. Somehow you did PG, but you are not interested to do your final study or formal study called PhD, the highest degree, not in one discipline, but across disciplines. You have an opportunity, all right? Of course, many universities like Delhi University and other reputed universities are also providing this opportunity. So also is IGNOU, right? But what is the beauty? Master degree from a university recognized, any PG if you have done, have 55 or 50%, interested to do your research in interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary, you have a scope here and 9 seats are available in that particular area. And exclusively, I would like to highlight this point is, suppose you are an eminent researcher, you are an eminent teacher, you are eminent social worker, and particularly in some area, for example, you see human studies. You didn't do your master's in women's studies, but you are interested in to pursue your PhD in this particular area. So they have given that flexibility, particularly in specialized areas like this. You see here what it says: master's degree in women's studies or gender studies, or master's degree in other streams with 1 or 2 courses in the area of women's studies or gender studies. But you didn't have any of these, assume for a moment, but you are a good person doing a lot of work, research, teaching in this particular area, women studies or gender studies, then you can utilize this. And or is also there, not just and, with demonstrable evidence of teaching and or research and publications in the area of women's studies or gender studies. You have publications, your teaching experience, yes, you are interested to do research in this area, and IGNOU PhD has a scope for such things. That's the beauty, and your interest does matter ultimately in the highest degree pursuing, not only the opportunities or the eligibility as such. All right. So if you have a question how to apply, simply they have given in the website and also in the PDF document, which is given very clearly, stepwise explanation is given. Simply you have the 4 important steps: the registration, application, and then image upload, and then finally payment of the fee, and it is done, and you will receive the further information on that. For further details, please visit official website or write your query in WhatsApp or Telegram group of my own, or you can comment below this video. Based on your comments, I can make the further video or can share the information in the respective groups because we have very short time. All right. So further guidance through WhatsApp and YouTube channel will be provided. We don't have much time, as you know, for preliminary. Now it is on your own. My role here is to facilitate you, provide you the relevant information. But by any chance you are from the Faculty of Education with MA Education or MEd or psychology, philosophy, or education allied subjects, me along with my team members, we can support you to some extent through the possible guidance up to your exam admission or through your research program, particularly education and allied subjects. All right. Otherwise, in my WhatsApp group and Telegram group, there are teacher educators, lecturers from various faculties like commerce, Telugu, English, Hindi, Sanskrit, Marathi. All right. Education, of course, majority of the teacher educators with 10 years, 15, 20 years experience are also there. So we'll be able to provide that guidance. Thanking you for your interest and the time, and do not forget to share to the needy this particular information, and like if you like it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inspiring Teachers. So with this, I thank you for your continued interest and support in my efforts to provide guidance for teaching and research endeavors of teaching community, my own fraternity. Thank you. See you in the next video. Until then, keep learning and inspiring teachers and researchers. All right, this is it for this particular video. To summarize in the end, I would like to mention that IGNOU Ph.D. has its own distinction, providing provision for various disciplines, interdisciplinary, and based on your interest and publications and teaching experience, opportunity to do PhD in that particular area. All right. So it also has got both regular program and also the in-service program as such. So if you are already working and will not be able to pursue regularly, still there is a scope. But if your faculty is there, vacancy is there, you are interested, and definitely give it a try, and you will be in a position to decide at the end. Otherwise, some local university also gives a notification and you get an opportunity. You are most welcome, but definitely you have an advantage if you could pursue through IGNOU. All right. Thanking you, and see you in the next video. Until then, keep learning and keep inspiring teachers and researchers. Dr. Yakaiah, teacher educator by profession, and inspiring teachers and researchers is my passion.